Hey, nice place you got here.
I think so.
I see you invited some friends. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to GNAG.
It's been a while. It's been a
couple
months.
days. Oh yeah, something like that.
We've just been a little busy. Different.
A lot of busy. But hopefully you've been watching Film Obsessed and enjoying that.
Actually, our numbers for GNAG are still higher than Film Obsessed right now. People are still really liking GNAG.
You want to know why? It's because I'm in it.
Probably.
People hear you talk. No,
it's like what's the difference between Film Obsessed and this? Ultimately, it's just one less person.
It's one less person.
So yeah, for our video, if you are an audio listener, I highly recommend you check out our YouTube channel to see or if you're on TikTok, our beautiful new set.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful.
So you guys have heard me talk about it, like the set, since like early in our go-abouts.
You've probably seen stuff on TikTok as well.
Well, like in our earlier episodes, I had always wanted us to build a nice little set, and it just never.
And that's you, bro.
Oh, it's the desk.
And the problem with all of that is where we're at right now isn't even the set.
No, so
that plan fell all the way through.
And to be fair, it was nothing I could do to change it.
That's not his fault.
To give the brief, I'll make the story brief. My dad has a workshop that him and I work out of, and we had designated an area to be for the podcast. It was a little 13 by 13 foot area, perfect size. It would have had 2 walls that we could have utilized for different things. But,
and it would be permanent. That's the most important part about that.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to because for those earlier video YouTube GNAG watchers know that we just put up a green screen behind us.
It's crazy to me because we would upgrade our set every couple episodes.
We went from using a webcam to an iPhone camera. We were actually going to use my 13 Pro, but then my dad found this slightly older iPhone that still works fine, and that way we can just leave it where it is, so I don't have to adjust the camera.
Can leave it where it is.
The more that we can leave where it is, the better for all of us.
Well, yeah, and it means we can film quicker and get more episodes in, and
it's easier on Kaden here, who's working on his game. He just come in, we film, and he's gone. He doesn't have to help me set up, tear down, which was a big problem before.
And getting things in the right places.
Definitely.
That's always one of the harder parts.
Well, I think the set turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to.
It's good, yeah. It's great.
If anybody's wanting to know where anything comes from, I will say most of this stuff came from Hobby Lobby. Originally where these letters are, it was actually going to be a white or a chalkboard where I just wrote GNAG, or it was going to be a banner. Yeah. But now that I'm thinking about it, that would have looked kind of cheap. This, I was just at Hobby Lobby, and we saw these letters, and my mom was like, hey, get those. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, do it. And I'm like, I'm glad, because they actually, size-wise are perfect. And I know we kind of sit in front of the letters a little bit, but honestly,
right.
It looks so good, though.
Yeah.
We got the little shells. We got our merch on top.
And there's no green screen wrinkles.
Nope.
Even better.
And but we do have some green.
Don't stroke the plant, bro. Don't stroke the plant.
No, it looks so good, though. And we have room for guests right here if we need to.
Yeah, just sandwich them in between. They can't escape.
We also have a third mic now, so now we're not having to share a mic. I made sure that whenever we were here, we were going to be prepared.
Humble beginnings, man. Humble beginnings.
We have worked our way up. We are, I hope, going to be consistent again.
You know what? I think we can. Obviously, we can't promise anything.
No. But at least we can assure you that we're not going to have to set things up and tear them down anymore. This is actually I don't think we said, if you're wondering where we actually are, we're in my home office.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I'll post some pictures. If you go on our social media, I'll have posted some pictures at this point. But basically, it's I had to redo the whole office. Kaden can tell you, this is the first time he's been in here since I've redone all this.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Sure. I think the only thing that's in the same place that it was is my whiteboard and where all my pens and stuff are. Literally, I think the last time you were in here, I didn't have these movie posters on the wall. I didn't have these, I have these little scratch-off movie posters.
The last time I was in here, we were playing split-screen Halo Infinite, trying to get challenges.
What did we do that day?
SWAT.
No, I mean, but why were you here that day? I can't remember what you were here for.
Oh,
did we just decide we were going to get lunch?
We went to the men's meeting.
That's yeah.
They had a breakfast.
It was a Saturday morning.
They had some great biscuits and gravy too.
You know what's 2 weeks from tomorrow that we're also going to be going to?
Concert?
No, the concert.
The concert.
The Band Camino concert.
And like, I'm not even a concert person, but I'm so excited about that.
Dude, yeah. What's going to suck is we're definitely going to have to get like tested like that same week. It's just how everything is.
Tested?
COVID tested. Like everything requires one of those now.
Why?
I don't know. It's just.
Charlotte?
Yeah, it's because it's Charlotte. Yeah. I mean, that'll take like, 5 minutes of our time as long as we do it.
Basically.
As long as we do it within the week, we'll be fine.
Doesn't matter.
It's just annoying. It's just inconvenient.
I'm clean.
Same.
Mostly.
Not
as
minded.
far as viruses go.
Not minded.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm so excited to be back. I've literally was... And guys, Caden's a trooper. Caden is a trooper.
What did I do?
We had planned to film. It's Wednesday. That's the day we actually used to film consistently on Wednesdays.
You might not want to share this. It's not very healthy behavior.
Well, we decided we were going to film today. Because I decided on Saturday that I was going to finish the set. I pretty much finished all this on Saturday. I went to the store, got everything else I needed.
You just blitzed it out.
I
you
literally
really did.
Like I spent Wednesday. It was Wednesday. The last Wednesday I had off. I had spent putting together this desk and this chair.
Did you build the desk by yourself?
Yeah.
So when you like screwed it in too much,
okay,
it was your fault.
You guys can't see it, but there's like little cracks in the desk here, and here. There are screws under the desk, but the problem is
you screwed them in too tight.
No, because if you look, they're not in all the way. They're not even in all the way.
Used the wrong screws.
No, I thought so.
You didn't read the instructions.
No, I did. These are the screws that it gave me, and I'm like, whatever. And then like the ones that are on the edge here. I mean, isn't like the most expensive desk. These aren't in all the way either. But these were pre-stripped screws. Like these screws were already
pre-stripped.
Yeah, they were already like stripped, so I couldn't even get them in all the way. Like they will not go in any further. It's not. Look, it was. I got it as a Christmas present for the podcast, but hey, it works.
It's still an upgrade, and it's wider.
It's got
so we
a
don't
little
have to like scrunch in on
It's got and we're not sitting on like the edges. We got a little spot here for the audio. We got cable management underneath.
Anyways,
I mean, I'm sure you guys can see.
They don't care.
Yeah,
they don't care.
So, Kaden, how's your game going? Oh, and going with the trooper thing. We decided we were going to film, but then I got a text from him yesterday.
I was like, there's no chance I can film. Because I have an Easter update coming out on Saturday, right? And I'm behind on it. So I'm like, I got to spend tomorrow working.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. I understand that, got to do what you got to do. But
it's already been like how long since we did an episode, so.
Yeah, we were both he was just kind of like, hey, I think I can manage it, let's do it. And I'm like, oh, awesome.
I stayed up till 4:30 working.
What'd you get up at like 1:30?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, trooper.
Hey, I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, but the weird stigmatism of people that stay up super late and sleep in a bunch in the morning, I don't get it, because especially if you work from home, as long as the work is getting done, why does it matter what time it's getting done at? Like, why is it socially acceptable to wake up super early, like 5 a.m. and get started on your day, versus extending your day 5 hours past when most people are sleeping?
I don't know, just more sunlight, I guess.
I mean, there's no sunlight at 5 a.m. or at 3 a.m.
You got a point. I mean, I'm personally one of those people. I would rather.
Those weird.
Here's the thing. I'm a night owl. I wake up later than I want to, but I wish I was awake earlier. Like if I could wake up early, I would. But I work at a movie theater, which means I don't get sleep. I'm just up all the time. Oh, speaking of life developments, I am finally going back to college.
Oof.
For anyone who's ever known me, I straight up have PTSD from college.
For anyone who's known him, say a prayer right now.
It's gonna be rough, but I'm going for like communications and film, which I feel like that tracks.
That tracks. Yeah,
that really tracks.
That makes sense. But why are you going back to school? What for?
1, to get over the PTSD. 2,
it's healthy.
Yeah, I got to get over it. Although I think it might. The more I've thought about it, I'm starting to think it was where I went versus why I went.
Yeah, you got to have the right place, the right teachers and stuff.
So, get over the PTSD. 2, it's just if I want to find a career I actually want to do, I've got to go back. That's like my only option. So I've decided I'm going to go back. I'm just going to pace it. It might take me longer than, however long, but I'll pace it out more.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. If it works, it works.
There's no rush. You don't got to rush through it.
I just want to get it. I just want to do it this time and do it the right way and actually try.
Yeah. That's good.
Other than that, I think what other life other than this,
all I hear you talk about recently is just school and the set and, how people are all involved in all sorts of drama and whatnot. But
that's everywhere.
That's everywhere.
Well, there's one thing I could talk about, but I think I'll save it for a later episode.
Or just don't overshare.
So what about you? How's your Easter update and your games and your life?
Well, it's slightly less behind than it was last night, so that's great. We're getting progress.
How behind are you?
I need to make an Easter egg hunt. Everyone loves Easter egg hunts. It's got to be in there. Okay, let me ask you this. What's an Easter event without an Easter egg hunt?
Egg coloring?
Like... Especially in video games, in video pastel games, colors, no. Of course, that's a part of it, but egg hunts. Everyone likes the egg hunts.
Also,
if it was acceptable for 20-somethings to go to egg hunts and participate, I would, because...
Oh, yeah, totally.
What could be more exciting than doing a scavenger hunt than every egg you find has, a surprise inside?
We played a Roblox game where... It was literally, what was it? Find the Pandas?
Find the Pandas.
It's basically just an Easter egg hunt for pandas.
It's so much fun. There's something about just finding things that are hidden across the map.
It honestly, it's why Easter eggs are such a big thing in video game culture.
I might make a game like that, to be honest, because it's something I really enjoy. Find the toast. Find the toast ninjas. I don't know.
You wanted to talk anything about the game you're about to start working on? Want to give any teasers? A little bit.
I haven't officially announced it yet or anything, but I'm in pre-production on a new game.
Exclusive. GNAG exclusive.
GNAG exclusive info. Yeah, it's
an Oblivious Co exclusive.
Yeah, coming to all platforms that support Roblox. It's great. It's gonna be a RPG. I can tell you that because my other game's a tycoon and this is an RPG, so it's vastly different. But other than that, no, I don't really have a lot of information to share. I'm just on that grind.
I'm personally, from what you've told me at least of what you're planning, I'm very excited.
Of course you would be, yeah.
Just based on
there's your hint. He would be all over that game.
It's funny. Him and I talked about it, and I don't know if he's actually gonna do it, but it's gonna be really funny. Is there's supposed to be a place, basically, in the game. There's gonna be what was it, a Times Square type place or something like that? Yeah. A bunch of billboards and all that. And I was like, hey, you should just put some Oblivious Co and get GNAG.
Yeah, and cross promo.
Just maybe make a sneaky...
Although every suggestion you have as far as game development goes, I have to take with a grain of salt, because he wanted me to make an April Fool's update where I would just troll everybody everyone that's yeah, I appreciate you, I support you, I want to play your game. I'm going to troll them.
Here's the thing. Is Camden backed me on that one?
Yeah, but I take Cam's opinion with a grain of salt too.
You got a point. It's I don't know. Basically, my idea is that in his shopping game, he should have had a update where...
No.
What was it? Basically, it was a poster. It would have been a poster in the...
I think you wanted me to rickroll him, didn't you?
Yeah, it was... You
wanted me to rickroll...
It was a poster that basically had a link.
Base.
It's it would take you to an article that would tease the next game or whatever, and it would just be a rickroll.
Yeah, that's... Just make people mad. The people that are actually... supporting me and supporting my lifestyle, just piss them off. That's a great idea.
Well, there'll be a link to his game in our YouTube description if you want to.
He remembers to put it in.
I'll put it in.
Okay.
I'll put it in.
No, he won't put it in.
I'll try to remember to put it in.
Yeah, play it if you want. It's free. It's free. And you don't even have to. It's not even pay to win. You don't have to buy anything.
Speaking of games, kind of a side tangent. Thoughts on the Halo show? We always talk about Halo on this show, so.
Yeah, we'll keep it brief, especially because there's not a whole lot to talk about. It's only episode 2 is out. Episode 3 comes out tomorrow. Man, it's different. I came into it just intentionally making it its own thing. It's its own canon. They already said that. Just take it at face value. And at face value, I think it's pretty decent. I don't think there's too much, there's a lot of deviations from core canon, but it doesn't break a whole lot. And, it's not core canon, so you don't have to care that much.
Yeah. What do you thought, kind of like spoilers, but what do you think about him, taking his helmet off?
See, that's one of those things where it's like, if it was canon, I would care a lot. But it's not. And so I get it. There's some real life.
I like that he takes it off, but I wish he would still wear it more. And that's been one of my complaints with a lot of superhero stuff ever.
Yeah.
Is that people don't wear their mask.
It's just because actors want screen time.
Well, but take Captain America. In the first 2 Captain America films, he never wears his helmet. He would literally just take it off for no reason.
True.
But at least in Civil War, he wore it every time he wore a suit. He never took it off. It's I respected that. It's he actually wore it for once. Same thing with
I really think it's just actors wanting screen time.
It is, but I'm
really? And a good example, I've heard it compared to Mandalorian, where Pedro Pascal has the helmet on and he wears the suit of armor almost for the entire show.
Yeah, and I love that.
Which I love that. And they take the helmet off, but it's
it's few and far between.
Yeah.
I think it makes those appearances even more special.
It does.
Personally.
And for a character like Master Chief, he's already known to have that he doesn't take his helmet off thing, at least in the games and stuff that we've seen. So it does seem like they're intentionally just trying to break that. They're yeah, we're going to have his helmet off all the time, which it's not canon, so you don't have to care.
Something else, along with watching stuff. Have you seen Morbius yet?
No, but I've heard many things about Morbius.
I'm just looking it up. What do you think the tomato meter, the Rotten Tomato score is right now? 205 reviews from critics. What do you think the score is?
The tomato score or the audience score?
The tomato score.
42%.
A little bit lower.
Oh gosh. 33%.
A little bit lower.
No, stop. 18.
A little bit lower.
Are you kidding me? It's worse than 18?
It's at a 16. And it jumps back and forth between 15 and 16.
Are you kidding me?
So as someone who
didn't they do any
I haven't
Hollywood critic pandering?
Here's the thing. I have not seen this movie, but I've talked to a bunch of people who have, and a bunch of people
you not seen this movie
because I didn't want to. Of how I knew it was going to be bad.
That's just free content.
I'll watch it.
That's free content.
I could have watched. So the theater I work at, we get to see movies the night they premiere, crew showings and all that. And I was going to watch it the night that we got it, and I was busy building a desk, and I also did not care enough about this movie to make it over there. I think the next one.
Everyone's just ripping into it and roasting it. Well, don't you think?
The next one we're gonna watch is Sonic, and I will watch that one. But no, it's bad. Everybody, and also I have seen the post-credit scenes, and I'm just gonna go ahead and you don't care, do you?
About Morbius?
No.
You got jokes? No, I don't care.
So, spoiler warning: if you have not seen Morbius, its post-credit scenes literally break all canon. I mean, Sony doesn't care.
I have heard that, yeah.
Because
it was supposed to take place in the Venom universe.
Well,
right?
that's not the canon that it breaks. It breaks the MCU canon. Okay.
It has nothing to do with the MCU.
Here's what happens. Also, first off, they did a mid-credit scene, the ones that come right after the initial credit, and then they have another one halfway through the credits. It's not a very post-credit scene. It's it's shoved in the middle. It's how do you mess that up? It's Sony, what are you doing? But
okay, continue.
So basically, we see the rift from No Way Home appear in the sky, the crack in reality from the end of No Way Home.
Okay.
And then suddenly, the Vulture in his prison uniform is now in a prison in Morbius's world, and he acknowledges he could tell that it's a different place, and he's well, I hope the food's better here. Well, then the post-credit scene continues. It's like, oh, we have no idea who this guy is. He hasn't committed any crimes. Let's let him go.
What?
So then the second post-credit scene follows up on that. And he's in his whole vulture uniform and suit. And it's like, okay, how did he get that? Because that didn't come with him. Second of all, that's Jatari tech, which does not exist in this universe. And he flies to the middle of nowhere and finds Morbius. And he's like, hey, Doc, I'm glad you met me, or you came to meet me. Been reading up on you. It's like, I don't know how I got here. I think it's something to do with Spider-Man. And then he's like, I think you and me and some guys like us should make a team.
No
it's
way
like,
he says that, bro. I know you're paraphrasing, but there's no way.
I am barely paraphrasing. I want to, like, literally the
hey, Doc, I think we should make a team.
Those are his words.
Let's fight the Spider-Man.
Those are his words. I'll have to show it to you because it's like online now, but it's like that's literally what the post-credit scene is. And it's like, okay, first off, the spell doesn't send other people to other universes.
How does that even work?
Second off, how did he find Morbius? Third off, how did he get his suit? Fourth off, like, literally, it breaks canon in like 10 different ways.
Sony just loves their multiverse.
You know that poster of Spider-Man murder? That's not in the movie. That's literally not even in the movie.
I heard they removed all the Spider-Man stuff.
Now here's the thing. For every really bad movie we're getting recently, being that one, we're getting one of what's arguably one of the best movies in recent.
You say Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
No, this movie that I'm about to talk about is my most anticipated movie of the spring/summer season. It may even be of the year. I want to see this movie so bad. It's called Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I've never heard of this.
So
is this an indie film?
Yes.
Of course it is.
It's by Studio A24, and basically it's Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Lee Curtis, and a few other big names. It's a multiverse film.
No.
Here's the thing.
No.
It is
also, you said you were looking forward to the Nick Cage movie.
Yeah, I am. That's my most anticipated of the spring. This might be of the year.
What?
But no, this movie is supposed...
Why?
No, okay, guess the tomato meter for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Again, multiverse film, indie film.
80.
Higher.
92.
Higher.
97.
Yes. What do you think and that's with 150 reviews. Now, over 250 audience score. What do you think that one is?
95.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, this is one of the highest rated movies of the year right now.
I don't care about that.
You just don't like the multiverse.
Well, yeah. Well, also, critic scores mean nothing.
Well, that's also fan scores.
Fan scores sometimes mean nothing.
So here's
sometimes they matter.
Well, here's what it says. The movie description: when an interdimensional rupture unravels reality, an unlikely hero must channel her newfound powers to fight bizarre and bewildering dangers from the multiverse as the fate of the world hangs in the balance. Now, I feel like that's
is this like Ready Player One?
No, like, okay. Here's some images of the movie. Like, googly eyes are for some reason a really big part of it. But from what I've seen in the trailers, basically Michelle Yeoh's character would basically be doing something, and then she basically would somehow be doing it in multiple realities at the same time.
I know what this is. What is
this?
This is the Fairly Odd Parents episode with the TV jumping.
Not even that.
This is the TV channel jumping episode.
I don't know. All I know is that the reviews have been stellar. It looks cool. I love the multiverse concept, and apparently, like, everybody is apparently loving this movie. I want to see it so bad. I'm going to see it Friday.
I do not have the slightest interest in that movie. Well, multiverse of what?
It's just the multiverse.
A multiverse of what, though?
What do you mean the multiverse of what?
Because, like, the MCU does multiverse of superhero movies and stuff.
No,
other superhero universes.
Well, this is just the
multiverse again, of regular life.
Well, again, yeah, pretty like in the trailer, she literally is warping through realities as she's fighting people. Like, she's literally would be fighting one group of people. Suddenly, she falls back into the next reality, and she's fighting the same group of people, but in a different multiverse. It looks so cool. So you have to watch the trailer. It's really hard to describe it.
I don't know if I care about
Watch the trailer and then make your judgment.
That's fair. I can at least do that.
Now, Morbius, I will watch Morbius.
You have to watch Morbius.
I'll watch it when it hits streaming.
If you're a film critic, you have to.
I will probably only watch it when it hits streaming.
Why?
It's so bad. I don't want to waste my time.
You'll pay for movies that you've already seen 10 times.
Because they're good. This movie is garbage.
But it's content. Think about it. It's content. Also, you got to know. You got to at least find out for yourself.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
You have to. Listen, that comes with the job. If you're a film critic, you have to watch the films.
Yeah,
bro.
I know. Funny enough, I've been doing posting more content like that on our website, www.theobliviousco.com. I've been doing like film reviews on there, and my friend convinced me to also put them on Letterboxd,
Yeah,
which
Letterboxd.
is like the movie review website and all that. And then my friend is the editor of our local newspaper, and I had her check them out, and she actually says like they're pretty solid. I mean, I got to work on a few things, and some of it is stylistic choice, but overall she thinks my reviews are actually pretty solid and concise, because I try to do it like in a 5-paragraph format where it's like,
I would hope that's the case. Yeah.
yeah, I try to make them all kind of universe. I would say probably my favorite of all my reviews, you should go check it out,
Oh my goodness.
is my
did it.
review for the movie X, the horror movie.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about that
It's
so
so
much.
good. Now that movie is literally like you either like it or you don't. There's no in
If you want to
between.
hear him talk about that movie, just go watch it, because like I've heard about it
It's
too much.
freaking unsettling.
I've heard about it way too much.
You
It's
know.
like, okay, so instead of the show being called Film Obsessed, it should be Films That I Want to Watch Obsessed.
I watch things I don't want to watch, just
But not Morbius.
Not Morbius. No,
That doesn't make any
that
sense.
movie just makes me.
I'm right
mad.
about
No,
this.
it's just
in the
Sony
comments.
pissing
In
me
the
off.
comments, help me out. I'm definitely right about this.
It's just pissing me off. Sony's just pissing me off.
Doesn't matter. Sony pisses me off every other movie. Have you
Sony-
seen Venom 2?
Sony should just stick to video games.
Yeah, agreed.
They
Actually.
that's
Although
they do
that was just Insomniac, because Insomniac's amazing.
They have other good stuff though.
Yeah, but Insomniac's amazing.
Oh yeah, no, Insomniac, yeah.
Like, I get it. Spider-Man's a moneymaker, but why would you build every single movie around everything but Spider-Man? And Venom 1 was all right. I will concede that. Venom 1 is okay. It's decent. Venom 2, dumpster fire.
I think it's fine.
It was fun to make fun of.
I think the thing that it did right is it was more cohesive than the first one, tonally speaking.
Sure, because it's all just like
It was
rushing.
Yeah, but at least like my biggest
It's
problem.
consistently rushing.
I've talked about it before. My biggest problem with Venom is that it didn't know tonally what it wanted to be. It's like, is it a comedy? Is it a horror film? Is it a superhero film? Is it like it didn't know what it was trying to be, and that was my biggest
Yeah.
problem with it.
It was kind of like
And
action comedy.
and like a lot of the actors and actresses, other than
Little bit of
Tom
horror.
Hardy himself, they didn't know how to act because they didn't know the tone, and you could tell that like they were just kind of like so blank faced. They're like, I don't know what emotion to be proceed or like to emote here.
Yeah.
That's my biggest complaint with Venom, and that's why I had such a problem with it. Is I couldn't look past that. At least with the other one, it's like people clearly knew they could have more fun with it.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It just wasn't as good to me. Venom
Yeah.
2 was just kind of like, it was consistent, sure, but
Apparently,
it felt like it had no heart in it, if that makes any sense.
yeah. Well, that's because they were going to
It was
shoehorn.
just like they phoned it in.
Well, that's because they were That's because the script originally featured Spider-Man in it, like for the whole movie,
Of
and
course.
then Marvel was like, because that was in between that, like literally, it was the day before they started shooting that they ripped Spider-Man out of the script and they had to rewrite it. That was why it
See,
feels
even-
kind of voided.
They do everything except having Spider-Man involved.
Well, that's because they'd ruin it.
true. I'm not even doubting that. That is true.
I want Amazing Spider-Man 3, but not if Sony is going to be the only one
They would be.
involved in it.
They absolutely would be.
They would have to be.
This is a hot take. The only reason people want Amazing Spider-Man 3 is because Marvel Studios
Knows how to treat the characters.
knows how to treat the characters. Marvel Studios made Andrew Garfield really
Here's the
compelling.
thing. Andrew Garfield is already a compelling actor. He just didn't
Sure,
have
absolutely.
good material to work
Absolutely, I'm
with.
with
I
you
love
on
the
that.
Amazing Spider. Like even back then, I still love the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one. I
Sure.
thought I liked how different it
it
was.
was
I
good
liked
too,
the
yeah.
darker take. Gwen Stacy, perfect
Gwen
casting.
Stacy's great, yeah.
You know what's funny is this like second half of GNAG really just became a film obsessed episode.
Dude,
The
but it's
skies.
multiple films.
Yeah.
Also, I'm here.
Yeah, true.
So you'll get more watch time.
Probably.
Probably.
You know what's funny about that
I think
is
people
like,
just like watching me rip into you. I think that's
Probably.
what it is. You're
Well-
just like a digital punching
oh,
bag.
you want to hear? I just thought of something that's really funny.
Sure. Hit me
So
with it.
recently, so I've been growing my hair out and stuff like that, but I finally decided it was time for a haircut. Hang on, there's a point to this.
Not
so-
when I'm drinking water, man. Come on. So I've been growing my hair out recently.
Well, one of the things that I've been doing is, I wish I had one on me. I got us business cards that have like our logo on the front of the Oblivious Co, and then on the back it's got GNAG and Film Obsessed and a little description and a link to the website.
This has to do with your hair.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the things I've been doing is I've been going around to places that have bulletin boards where you can just pin stuff up, and I've been pinning them there, like one on each side.
Okay.
In our website, it gives me a ping whenever somebody is on our website, and it'll give me like the town they're in. It won't give me anything other than that. It's like, oh, someone visited or your website from Charlotte, someone visited from Durham, or someone visited from like Nashville or something. Like, it will just ping that, and sometimes it won't. If it's like a rural area, it'll just say the state. Like from our town, it's just gonna put the state. It won't say the actual town. But if you're in like a big city, it will. And what happened is, like, I've been going around to all of the sheets in our area because they have bulletin boards. I put one up in High Point, and I started getting a bunch of pings from High Point. And I was like, oh,
makes sense.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, people are actually looking at it.
Sure.
And then...
And this is about your hair.
Yeah, it is. So when I went to go pin one up in that High Point location, I found a pamphlet, like a stack of pamphlets that were pinned up for this hair place that I decided, like this barbershop. I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. Why not? So I go there.
High Point?
Yeah.
You trying to get shot? You trying to get shot? Real talk.
Well, I ended up going, and I'm talking to the guy. It's just me, him, and some other people who work there, and we were just kind of talking. He's like, so how'd you find out about us? And I told him, and this girl who was sitting near us was like, no. And she's like, and the guy's like, he's like, wait a second, were you? And she's like, I put those there. Like, she started freaking out that she didn't think anybody was actually going to look at that. And the fact that I happened to pick one up and go there just because, like, dude, she was writing that for, like, the whole time I was there.
Did they give you a good cut?
Yeah, they did pretty good. But it was just, like, she was just riding that victory the whole time. She's like, I'm going to go start doing that everywhere else now. And it was, it was so funny. I wish I could have recorded her reaction. It was just like, she was so excited.
That's actually kind of adorable.
It
so
was
wholesome.
It's like the one little thing she did just happened to work out for her in the business. And they're like, oh man, we got to start putting them up because apparently that was the only place she had hung them up to.
What?
Because it was the only one nearby.
Oh, okay.
So it was just
kind of weird to make pamphlets and only put them in one spot.
I think she was just kind of testing the waters, maybe. I don't know, but hey,
why did they specifically target the sheets too?
I guess because it was close by. I don't know.
Like, you know what? People that go to sheets definitely want haircuts.
I see a correlation.
And you proved her point. It worked.
Well, hey, apparently people who go to sheets want to find a nice podcast to listen to. Our numbers are actually up quite a bit since I've been like
after their haircut. Or during their haircut. There you go.
I mean,
that's how you kill some time.
I think anybody who follows us on social media has pretty much seen I've been on like a grind of social media content, like trying to, even when we don't have anything published, like we don't have a new episode out, I'm still like, because all I've been doing is Film Obsessed. I've just been like pushing it out, like all of it.
But you're pushing it out.
I'm pushing
content.
Pushing it out.
You're like Spider-Man whipping content out.
Whip it out content.
Interesting motion for pushing. Maybe you're like rolling dice or casting lots or something.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyways, like, it's been working, though, because our numbers are up. GNAG is actually getting a lot more downloads. The website's getting pings. The reviews are up. Like, everything seems to be up. And I'm like, cool. Now that we can actually start filming GNAG again, hopefully that'll, the hype train will go on up.
Hey, do I get any merch sales? Do we sell anything?
I haven't sold anything yet, but if we do, yeah, you'll get a cut.
Get like 30 cents.
We'll figure out your cut later.
It's fine. I'm not getting anything. It's fair.
Do you have like, you should make for Roblox, you should make your own like Roblox merch, like a Toast Ninja shirt or something like that for all your hardcore fans. I thought
about doing that. I put a vote on my Discord server, and I was like, hey, do you guys want me to make Roblox merch for you guys to wear in your avatars? And it voted no. They were like, no, we don't want that.
I mean, you probably could, though. It would take, like, how long would that realistically take to do?
Not long. They have templates.
I was going to say, just put your, like, logo on a t-shirt.
They're like, we don't want that. Don't make it.
Except for your hardcore fans. You should tell some of your fan stories.
I mean,
like that kid who bought like how much in one day?
It's one thing to roast you. It's different to roast like 6-year-olds on the internet.
We don't know that they're 6.
Okay, I'll tell you this. I got contacted by this guy. He was like, hey, I want to be a part of your team. I want to, work for your server and be a moderator. I'm like, okay, it's cool. I get requests like that all the time. I was like, have you beaten the game? He's like, no, I haven't beaten the game. I'm short, a couple hundred buttons. I'm like, okay, talk to me after you've beaten the game because staff members have to know how the game works. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like, okay, I'm going to work on it then. I check my sales page, and he bought like 40 of the most expensive in-game boosts that are even there. He spent probably, I kid you not, like about $200 worth of real US dollars trying to beat this game. He wanted it done like right then. He just bought it.
Talk about commitment.
I guess. I mean, I'm not complaining because it's like, yeah, he's giving me sales. But at the same time, it's like, I didn't tell you to do that, bro. You just had to beat it.
That's straight up investment.
You didn't have to do this.
He said, give me a job. I'll pay you to give me a job.
Well, and here's the part. Because with sales data, I can look at it and see, where the sales are coming from. And I checked my analytics, and it's a massive spike. All the sales that he had, a massive spike. And so I checked the age. 5 to 7 age range with this massive spike. Like, this 5-year-old just stole their mom's credit card and bought $200 worth of Robux.
Oh my god.
This poor kid. This poor kid. That's it. He did all that for the chance of being a moderator. I didn't guarantee him anything. I was like, hey, you just have to have the game beaten before I can consider you. And he did that. Where do you think he got all the Robux from?
Maybe Christmas?
No, there's no way. You think somebody that spends that many Robux on one game saved it from Christmas?
Good point.
So I don't know.
Just waiting for the opportunity to arise.
Listen, if you are an adult that has a 5 to 7-year-old kid, and for some reason you have like $200 taken out of your bank account towards the Roblox, purchases, it's not my fault. I didn't tell him to do that, and you should change your payment methods.
You should, yeah. You need to put
unlink your bank account.
You need to put a PIN code on that card.
Definitely put a PIN code on that card.
Dude, that's freaking funny. Although, hey, you're making bank for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I respect the love.
I was doing a TikTok live not long ago when I was actually building this desk. I was live on there, and I guess my live hit the For You page for some reason.
Ooh, that's fun.
However, like it fell off after about like 10 minutes, but my buddy came in and he was just like, someone had asked me in the chat, like, have you ever been gifted on here? I was like, no. and then my friend sent me whatever. I can't even remember what he sent me, but he sent me
a rose or something.
He's like, I got you, homie.
Nice.
And I was like,
respect.
That's my boy. That there is my boy.
Have you ever been the only viewer in a live?
Yes.
Because then you're just, I don't want to leave. That's just going to be awkward.
Especially after, like, if you've just, like, created a dialogue. Like, if you've got a dialogue going with this person.
You're like, hey, how's it going? Oh, good. What are you up to? Leaves. Like, oh.
That happens to me.
That's cold.
I think what would be fun is if we did this on a TikTok live one day. Just see what happens.
Yeah, that would be tons of fun.
However, I've got to figure out.
Q&A. Go for it.
I'd have to figure out. Like, my phone would be over there where that camera is, but then like how do we read any comments?
I don't know, but other people do it, so we'll figure it out.
Like a giant mirror.
Just Google it.
I'll Google it.
Just Google how to do it.
I'll figure it out because I think like next week that'd be a really fun thing to try. Just see what happens.
Sure, yeah.
Be a good way to promote. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, if not, it'll be fun to just chat in live time. real time.
Honestly. So yeah, you know, go follow our. Well, it'd have to be on my account because the Oblivious Co one can't be live. So yeah,
it can't.
I don't think so.
It doesn't matter that much. We'll deal with it later.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
I don't think it can because it's like a business account and it
fine.
also needs like however many followers.
That's fine.
It'll be on my account. You know, go follow at Dakota_is_oblivious.
Just put it in the description. Just
all of our social.
Flood the links.
All of our stuff is on our description. Well, I think it's about time to wrap up. What would you say?
Sure. Yeah, I got things to do, places to be, people to meet.
I don't. I might go watch a movie tonight. That's about it.
Go watch Morbius. Go watch Morbius. You have to.
I'll watch it at some point.
You have to. Your homework assignment is go watch Morbius.
I might actually. I'm thinking about it. Maybe.
He's just saying that for the camera. He's not going to see it as soon as the camera shuts off.
Probably. So you guys, what did you guys think of this podcast? Like, are you glad that we're back? Do you never want to?
No, they're not.
No one wants. Nobody.
They're like, honestly, I didn't miss you at all.
Our audio just spiked. Like you just like
don't care. Don't care at all.
So you guys, let us turn it down. Well, let us know what you think. And also, if again, I highly recommend you watch this episode on our YouTube channel so you can see the set that I worked so hard on. Please.
Please give me validation, please.
You know, download the episodes so I can get money back for what I invested in this set.
Buy some water bottles and some stickers.
Buy the GNAG bottles. I don't even know if the logo is going to show up. Also, I completely forgot. I'm wearing a GNAG t-shirt.
Doesn't matter. They can see it. You don't got to talk about it.
My dad got it for me.
It's adorable.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
So yeah, let us know what you think of the set.
Mm-hmm.
Are you glad that we're back? Please give us topics to talk about. If you guys want us to talk about something, just tell us on social media. We'll talk about it. I don't care if we don't know a thing about it. We'll figure it out.
True. We'll have to do some prep work.
But yeah, I'm glad we're back.
Yeah.
Got a nice fancy new workspace and hopefully more content incoming. And
we'll see. It'll either be next week or 10 months.
That's about our pacing.
Scissors, paper. All right, I guess next week.
Yes. For our audio listeners, we just did rock, paper, scissors.
This time. But don't hold your breath.
Yeah, well.
Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you in the next one.